Good morning. It's a fine day. The Lord has kept us. We want to thank the Lord so much that actually is providing for us. He has protected us and is there for us. And He knows our future. He knows our destiny. My name is Pastor Margaret Shango. I'm born again. I love Christ in the ministry of repentance and holiness. At Shikoti Altar in Kakamega under Deputy Archbishop Mama Janet Swaga. I'm a teacher by profession. I'm a pastor also by profession and also by calling. I teach high school. I'm working with the TSC. I've taught for the last 14 years. So I have an experience to deal with the youth. I've seen youth pass through my hands. Most of them are very successful. Both boys and girls, they are very successful. I've been in the department of guiding and counseling. I've done a lot of guidance to girls, to boys, and I've seen them very successful. I've done even guidance to teachers in schools. I've resolved conflict in schools, in workers. In those schools I've worked in, and I worked very well with my principals. In those schools I've worked in. And even my subject has performed very well. I teach biology and agriculture. And now there is an issue I want to discuss about. I'm running a channel addressing the girl child because of what is happening, because of the emerging issues that is affecting the girl child. So far, we can see that the girl child is facing so many troubles, especially when it comes to their future. That is, I want to talk about the teenage stage of girl child, and I also want to talk about the marital stages of the girl child, and I also want to share something about the relationships, and also I want to address the issue of the insecurity of this girl child. Of late, if you check on social media, if you read Facebook, newspapers, you'll find out that there is a girl somewhere who has been slaughtered. There is a girl somewhere who has been gunned down. There is a girl somewhere who has been dumped. There is a girl somewhere who is pregnant. There is a girl somewhere who has been raped. There is a girl somewhere who has disappeared and no one knows where they are. And even if we have to look at, like for those ones who are going abroad to look for green pastures, most of the gender that is suffering is the girl child. And I decided to raise up the voice because if the community will not raise up the voice, then this girl child will continue suffering. I've done my observation and I've seen that most of the girls, the teenagers, our precious daughters, they enter into relationships blindly. And in those relationships, they are scavenged upon, which is very bad, which is very scary, which is very risky for their lives. So I want to look at a topic, protect a girl child from the owls, from the lions, from the bloody monsters. Now, I want to discuss an issue about how do I detect a monster in my life as a teenager, as a girl who is a teenager. How will I realize that this is a monster, a bloodthirsty monster, wants to take over my life? That is a question I want our teenagers to ask ourselves. We know that at a particular stage, you need to end a relationship. You need to settle down. You need to get married, give birth to children, which is godly given. Marriage is actually an institution that was started by God. Love, God himself is love. But most of our teenagers, they are beginning love blindly. And that's why it is so sad that sometimes we hear our girls have been killed. Our girls were found stabbed in a sack, thrown on the side of the road, thrown in the rivers. And nobody talks about it. Nobody wants to know what happened to them. After they are buried, it is over. It's their parents who are suffering. Nobody talks about them. How many girls have we seen being slaughtered? How many girls have we seen? They die. Some of them are doctors. They are graduates. They're just being killed by their husbands, killed by strangers who call themselves lovers. Girls, precious daughters, my little sisters, listen to me. This is the channel to protect you. This is the channel to assist you. This is the channel to sensitize you. This is the channel to give you direction. Yes? How will you detect that a monster is coming into your life? How will you detect that this man who is coming to your life asking for a hand for marriage is not a true man, is not a true lover? There is something he wants to scavenge upon you. How will you detect? That is the question. Precious daughters all over the world, a man